Okay, video starts.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. I'm glad you're here today. And today we're going to talk about art therapy, its use, and as a vocation. Imagine just for a moment that you're disabled and you're not able to get around like you used to. Maybe you're struggling with depression, panic disorder, maybe even post-traumatic stress disorder. And you wonder, why am I even here? I'm useless and I can't even get around. How discouraging. You've lost your abilities and your purpose. Then one day someone comes into your room with a craft project and a smile. I've used crafts for many years to work through emotional and mental issues, and have found it extremely therapeutic. Today I'm going to expound on the use of art therapy as a vocation, its value, and as the art therapist that walks the road to good health with them. Art therapy is defined as a form of expressive therapy that uses a creative process of making art to improve a person's 1. Physical, 2. Mental, and 3. Emotional well-being. The individual providing therapy to a patient or someone who's been injured is of great importance. Imagine an individual with severe depression. They have become discouraged and depressed, and they do not put any effort into their treatment. Their feelings, why should I even try? So they don't. Recovery at this point is stopped. This is the point in which the therapist steps in and encourages and walks with the individual, not so much physically as emotionally. When asked about the benefits of craft therapy on an individual mentally, Barbara Freed, a professional in her field, says it puts them back into society, that it affects their self-worth. When a person has a depressed mental state, they do not see themselves as having worth. Thus, they do not make an effort to recover. Therefore, it is imperative that the individual's self-esteem be raised. This is where craft therapy comes in. An individual either is given a craft or chooses a craft. The speed of the completion is not important. The therapist often spends time with the individual as they are learning to proceed with the project, answering questions, being a sounding board, and an encourager. Emotions are closely linked with mind. When we become depressed mentally, then often our emotions will follow. It's a matter of cause and effect. It's important to have acceptance, and that is provided by the craft therapist who stands in the gap. When a person is struggling with emotions and is given the craft, the results do not only lie with the individual's completion of the project. Working on a craft is tangible. They can see promise in, even while they're working through their own emotional distress. Time is an issue. An individual works to complete the project, and they are given needed time to actively process their emotions in a healthy environment and feel good while they're doing it. Stanford Medicine states many art therapists believe this type of therapy works in part because the act of creating art influences brainwave patterns and substances released in the brain. It helps people express hidden emotions, reduce stress, fear, and anxiety, and provides a sense of freedom. Now let's get to the physical. When a person has surgery on their hand or arm, or is given a craft that creates minimal use of the muscles, it is therapeutic. When a baby is born, you would not ask them to walk across the room. No? Why not? Because their muscles have not developed to the point where they can carry them, nor are they developmentally ready for the task. And essentially, it's the same process that a person who's recovering goes through. You see, through the use of minimal repetitious movements, muscles are trained, they're strengthened. It's done slowly. But the outcome is that the body is strengthened and confidence is built as a result of seeing the good that they can still do. As a therapist looks back on the process and sees how far the individual has come, They see a part they have played as therapist, encourager, and partner in each individual's climb to becoming whole once more. To wrap it up, I want to restate that art therapy is and can be a very useful method of therapy. As an art therapist, it can be a very full and rewarding occupation and ministry with an opportunity to shine a light into the darkness. Art therapy is a very helpful coping tool. It benefits the mental, emotional, and physical. And that as an occupation, it benefits the therapist and the patient alike. Thank you.